Hey there, Priscilla here, your Pampered Chef consultant, always here to help you save some time and money in the kitchen. I am heading out the door, but before I do that, I wanted to get this pineapple cut up that I had bought at the end of last week. I've had it on my counter for a couple days to let it ripen. I know you can buy them fully ripe. If you want to use it right away, you want to go ahead and do that. But if you want to have a few days before you have to use it, I always buy mine just a little bit green. And this one, actually, with the warmth that we've had, is probably a little more ripe than what I might normally cut, but I think it's going to be juicy. Some of the things you want to look for when you're looking for pineapple: you want to make sure that they don't have any really soft spots. Darker spots kind of tends to be overripe if that's the case. You want to find the golden color. And I've got, now this, depending on the type of pineapple you have, there's a Del Monte Gold that's going to be golden, more golden all over. Most of our pineapples are probably like this one. I don't know, I think they call them MD2. You've got the green and you've got flecks of gold throughout, but they are very, very nice. But make sure you don't have any soft spots. You want to make sure they do smells good. This is a nice tropical fruit. It has a lot of good, it's great for nutrition-wise too, but the end, it does smell like a pineapple. And to the leaves, now that you can see these are all smashed down, that's because when I bring it home, I turn it upside down on my countertop to let those juices, they're usually packed either laying down or packed this way, so I want to make sure, I want to get those juices distributed throughout the entire pineapple. So I turn it upside down. Usually have to lean it against something for that. But I do find too that those leaves will generally pull out easily too when it's more ripe, and that's, I can't even get a grip. Yeah, there we go. But what I'm going to do is we're going to cut it now. Like I said, vitamin C, vitamin K, manganese, and a lot of antioxidants, so great nutrition-wise for you. I'm going to go ahead and lower this down. What I'd like to do is I like to cut off the top. Now you can grow that. If you're somebody with a green thumb, you can put that into dirt and you can grow that. In about 3 years, you will actually get a pineapple of your own. If you're in the northern hemisphere, northern region, you're going to have to probably keep it indoors. You can put it outside during the summer months, but it's going to be an indoor plant because it's tropical. And my sister has grown them and actually had pineapple off of it as well. Now we're going to go ahead and cut off the other end too, just so I have a flat surface. Now I'm going to use my pineapple wedger, and I love my pineapple wedger. I said this one's going to probably be on the more of the now what I like to do is I will cut that in half. If you want real long spears, you can just do it this way, but with the wedger, especially if you're shorter, you want to go ahead and cut that in half. You'll give you a better leverage for cutting it. And like I said, this is kind of more on the riper side. I left it go a little bit too long, but that's fine. It'll be nice and juicy, and I'm going to eat it up quick. Now, ways you can have that: eat it fresh. Roasting, grilling, I love it grilled. It really brings out a lot more pineapple flavor. Now this is the guard for your pineapple wedger, and you see it has elevations in the center. You want to line that up with your slicing blades and push down. That pulls the pineapple up and out of your blade. And now, if you wish, this is great for grilling fish or chicken. You can use that pineapple skin to lay that across. You don't want to leave it on too long. It'll just being that it has the enzymes, it's going to tenderize your meats. But if you leave it on too long, it's going to be more, you'll get a mushier, it'll tenderize too much. You can get a mushier flavor. Now, a lot of times what I'll do, and this is probably ripe enough I can actually eat the core, I believe. Let's go ahead and cut that off. Now, different ways I cut this. Most often I take, if I'm just going to grill it, I'll just take that and slice down through and store it that way. You can also do it into chunks. Just take, we'll do it this way. So if you slice it, and then a lot of times I'll turn it that way, and then you have chunks. So you can have multiple ways of cutting it. Now I'll show you with the other half. We're gonna go ahead and do it. It's really juicy. Did I say that you wanna find a pineapple that is heavy for its size? It feels heavy, it's gonna be a lot more juicy. Just excuse me a second. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this other half. And unlike apple wedgers, you're gonna rock it. That gives you see the blood. Did you see the juice squirting? Yeah, it's a super juicy pineapple. And I could tell that when I was checking it out at the store. I always pick up several. I always look them over really good. And the heavier ones, you know it's gonna be filled with juice. We'll show you in a minute what else I'll do with those peels if you're not one that's going to use it for grilling. Go ahead and do that. And there's juice in that. Okay, let's go ahead and pull this up. Now, if you want spears, and you can do this with the entire pineapple if you want, I'm going to take my apple wedger then and line that up. And then I've got spears that I can use for grilling. So grilling or eating, grilled pineapple with some whipped cream is amazing. And I can really smell that. It is such a fragrant. So I know I've got a good one. Let's put this back here. Now, because I do have a super sharp knife, I'm able to take that pineapple peel, and you're better off cutting away from you, but I generally don't do that. I can actually shave that excess pineapple off of there, and I will use that for smoothies. I'll freeze that and use that for smoothies. It could actually be, if you crush it up, you could actually use it for, be like a crushed pineapple. Now, you never want to use fresh pineapple in a Jell-O salad because of the enzymes, your Jell-O is not going to set. You always use canned pineapple for that. But there is nothing like fresh pineapple. It's just such a wonderful fruit. But that's pretty much all there is to it. If you have any questions, I'd be glad to answer, but that's how easy it is to prep it. And you can, I said, you can buy them fully ripe, or if you want a few days. And I don't like to buy them pre-cut because when they're pre-cut, you have to use them up pretty quickly. So you want to buy it whole and do it yourself. It's really not that hard, especially if you've got the tools that make it easier, you know, sharp knives. The wedger's perfect. If you don't have the wedger, what I would do would be cut that top and bottom off, and I would slice down over the sides of the pineapple to take that peel off. This way you don't have to worry about all those eyes that are in there. But there we go. So I'm gonna let this chill, and I will have this later today. It's fantastic with chicken or fish, or as a fruit salad, whatever you prefer. If you have any questions, hey, comment below. If you are a fan of pineapple, I hope you're not somebody who's allergic, but if you're a fan of pineapple, I'd love to know that too. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. Thanks for joining me.